Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. We have MLB, soccer, portfolio, news and notes, and best bet. So a short show today, but it's a lot of soccer, though. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight's games. There's some surprising results, to say the least, but then again, it's baseball. Anything could happen. Guardians over the Cubs, 9-8. Reds over the Cardinals, 6-1. Astros over the Rays, 6-1. Red Sox over the Rangers, 5-4-10 on a walk-off single by Rob Refsnyder. Twins over the Royals, 8-3. White Sox over the Yankees, 12-2. That's probably on paper, the most surprising result of the night. But the Yankees have had some weird losses like this year. So, is it really all that shocking? Dodgers over the Brewers, 5-2. Blue Jays over the Angels, 4-2. D-backs over the Rockies, 5-4. As best bet comes through yet again. Padres over the Pirates, 2-1, so I dodged a bullet there. And then the Braves over the Giants, 1-0 in 10. All right, 6:30 tonight, Nats O's. Jake Irvin, Trevor Rogers. The O's, let's face it, every Yankee loss is an O's win at this point. Every O's loss is a Yankees win at this point. That's how that division is going to come down this year. So the O's had a good day yesterday. They're minus 168 favorites. The Nats are plus 142 over under 9. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 142. O's minus 1.5 plus 118. So Jake Irvin, former Oriole. I want to take the Nationals outright to beat the O's, but I can't do it. I'm going to go with the under, but I think it's going to be close. I'm going to say it's like 4-3 O's or something like that. 5-3 maybe. Maybe it'll be a push. Cubs, Guardians, Javier Assad, Matthew Boyd. So Matt Boyd making his season debut. Assad hasn't pitched in a while, I feel like. Guardians minus 154, Cubs plus 130 over under 8.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 170, Guardians minus 1.5 plus 140. August 7th was the last time he pitched, so he did pitch recently. I don't know why I feel like he was hurt. So he's won his last 4 starts. Are the Cubs a dog? Yes. They shouldn't be a dog here. It's funny because they were favored yesterday, and I said the Guardians should have been favored. Now I think the Cubs, should be either slight favorites or pick 'em. But yeah, Javier Assad's being disrespected in the market. I'm taking the Cubs at plus 130. Marlins, Phils. Valente, Belozo, and Taijuan Walker. Phils minus 200, Marlins plus 168, over under 8.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 125, Phils minus 1.5 plus 104. So not a lot of the stuff are out in terms of alternates. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go over 3.5 Taijuan Walker strikeouts at minus 106. Mariners, Tigers, George Kirby, and Tariq Skubal. Tigers minus 112, Mariners minus 104, under 7, minus 110 each way. M's minus 1.5 plus 168, Tigers plus 1.5 minus 2.5. I'm going with the Tigers minus 112 with Skubal. Cardinals, Reds. Eric Feed, Hunter Green. Hunter Green's pitching great this year. Finally. The Reds are minus 126. The Cards are plus 108. Over under 8.5. Minus 110 each way. Cards plus 1.5 is minus 192. Reds minus 1.5 plus 158. I like the under. Astros, Rays. Yusei Kikuchi and Shane Baz. Astros minus 136. Rays plus 116. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Astros minus 1.5 plus 125. Rays plus 1.5 is minus 150. I'm fading the Astros again. I'm taking the Rays plus 116. A's, Mets. Oh, boy. The Mets have to sweep Oakland here. I'm sorry. It's Ross Stripling and former A Paul Blackburn. And I understand Ross Stripling's been good in the past, but he's not good this year. He's not good anymore. Mets minus 162, A's plus 136, over under 8.5, overs minus 106, unders minus 114. Oakland plus 1.5 is minus 164. Mets minus 1.5 plus 136. Over. Rangers Red Sox. Jose Urena and Cutter Crawford. Red Sox minus 142, Rangers plus 120, over under 10, minus 110 each way. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 160. Red Sox minus 1.5 plus 132. The Rangers have lost a lot of close games this year. They probably should have won yesterday. Could have beaten the Yankees on Sunday. It's kind of that kind of year that they're having in Texas. But I'm going to go with the under. I think that number's high. 10. That's way too high. Royals Twins. Seth Lugo, TBD. Oh, right here it says the guy they just called up. Zebby Matthews, who is their number 6 prospect. Or is it the number 6 overall prospect? Yes, the Twins number 6 prospect. The Twins are minus 130. The Royals are plus 110, over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 10. Twins minus 1.5 plus 172. I like the Royals plus 110. I'm backing the Royals again, only because we don't know about Zebby Matthews. 8 o'clock, Yankees, White Sox. Nestor Cortez and Jonathan Cannon. The Yankees got to bounce back here. That was probably their worst performance of the season. But in reality, it was only... I mean, it would have been like 6-2 or 7-2 if not for De Los Santos out of the bullpen. Yanks are minus 295. The White Sox are plus 240, over under 9. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Yanks minus 1.5 is minus 184. White Sox plus 1.5 is plus 152. I'm tempted to take Chicago on the run line, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. This White Sox team is really bad. And the White Sox, I mean, as bad as they are, they were due for a win, especially under their new interim manager. I mean, except I thought, obviously, it was going to come against their rival Cubs, but it didn't. All right. So for this one, I'm going to do something different here, too. I'm going to go... only because Nestor Cortez has not been very good this year. And Jonathan Cannon actually has been pretty solid. I'm tempted to go with either Yankees under 5.5 runs or White Sox over 3.5 runs. I'm going to go White Sox over 3.5 runs plus 112. I still think the Yankees will probably win this game, but I could see this being like 6-4 or something like that. I don't have to go Yankee under runs, but I could see the White Sox bullpen blowing up. Dodgers Brewers. Gavin Stone and Colin Rea. And this is on TBS. Dodgers minus 126. Brewers plus 108. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Dodgers minus 1.5 plus 136. Brewers plus 1.5 is minus 164. I'm going to go with Milwaukee plus the weight. That's a dog I like to win outright. Blue Jays Angels 9:30. Kevin Gausman, Carson Fulmer. Carson Fulmer used to be a big prospect. Jays minus 134. Angels plus 114. Over under 9. Overs minus 1.4 or minus 1.5. Unders minus 115. Jays minus 1.5 plus 118. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 42. I like the under. I think this is a good spot for Kevin Gausman. Rockies Diamondbacks. Austin Gomber, Eduardo Rodriguez. D-backs minus 200, Rockies plus 168, over under 9, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Rocks plus 1.5 is minus 120. D-backs minus 1.5 is even money. I'm going to go with the over in this one again. And two more. MLB Network, Pirates, Padres, Luis Ortiz, Michael King. Padres minus 200. Pirates plus 168 over under 8. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 115. Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 125. Padres minus 1.5 plus 104 like the under. And 9:45 on MLB Network is Braves Giants. Charlie Morton and Kyle Harrison. Braves minus 110. Giants minus 106 over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Braves minus 1.5 plus 58. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 92. I like the Braves at minus 110. So there is a lot of soccer today. Carabao Cup starts today, first round. We have Leagues Cup, but we'll do Leagues Cup first. We have one round of 16 result. Seattle over Unam 4-0. Was right about that. All right. Tonight, 7:30, you have Cincy and Philly. Cincy should be favored. Philly's been a little better since their terrible play. Cincy's minus 170. Philly's 4-1. The draw's plus 280. Kind of like how Philly's been playing. I'm not willing to take the 4-1. But Philly's a team that tends to struggle in the kicks phase. So This is a good one. You know what? I'm going to go bold and go with the draw plus 280. And I'm going to say Cincy wins and kicks. That's pretty much what the bet is there. Columbus, Miami. Columbus minus 140, Miami plus 280, draw 3-1. I'm going the draw here too, 3-1. I believe Messi's playing. And it's a big game. Columbus is your reigning champ, so that's not an easy one. So I'm going to go with the draw there too. Tigres and NYCFC. This is probably being played at the stadium, is it? Oh, no, it's at Red Bull Arena. Tigres plus 115, NYCFC 2-1, draw plus 240. NYCFC is playing good too, but Tigres is, I think, on another level. So I'm going to take them at plus 115. Cruz Azul and Mazatlan. Cruz Azul minus 195, Mazatlan plus 450. The draw is 3-1. For this one, I'm going to do under 2.5 goals, minus 106. 10 o'clock, Toluca, Colorado. Toluca plus 135, Colorado plus 165, draw plus 40. Colorado is playing good soccer, but I'm going to go Toluca plus 135. 10:30, LAFC, San Jose. LAFC minus 370, San Jose 7-1, draw plus 450. LAFC is going to run away with this one. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals, minus 108. And last but not least, America, St. Louis. America minus 175, St. Louis plus 420, draw plus 290. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 110. All right. Also today we have Champions League qualifying. 1 o'clock you have FC 20 and RB Salzburg. Oh, we do have odds for this. 20s plus 170, Salzburg plus 130, draw plus 250. Salzburg's been hot. I'm going to take them at plus 130. Fenerbahce, and by the way, Salzburg leads 2-1 on aggregate. Fenerbahce, Lille leads 2-1 on aggregate. Fenerbahce minus 135, Lille plus 310, draw plus 260. Fenerbahce should win. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals, minus 112. Opal and Slovan Bratislava. Bratislava leads 2-0 on aggregate. Opal plus 110, Slovan plus 240, draw plus 210. Slovan's been hot. I'm going to take them at plus 240. Bodo Glimt and Jagiellonia. Bodo Glimt leads 1-0 on aggregate. They're minus 290. Jagiellonia 6-1. The draws plus 370. I'm going to do over 3.5 goals plus 114. 130. Paok and Malmo tied on aggregate. Paok minus 120. Malmo 3-1. The draws plus 240. Paok should win that game. And for this pick, under 2.5 goals, even money. 2 o'clock, you have Ludogorets and FK Karabag. Ludogorets leads 1-0 on aggregate. They're plus 195. Karabag's plus 125. Draw plus 230. I'm going to take Ludogorets at plus 195 in an upset here. Ferencváros and Midtjylland. Midtjylland leads 2-0 on aggregate. Ferencváros is minus 10. Midtjylland plus 260. Draw plus 250. I'm going to go with the draw plus 250. Midtjylland's going to advance. 2:30 at Union SG and Slavia Prague. Prague leads 3-1 on aggregate. Union SG is plus 210. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong game. Union SG is plus 105. Prague, Slavia plus 210. Draw plus 240. I was talking about Sparta by accident. Tough one. I'm going to go with the draw plus 240. FCSB and Sparta's tied on aggregate. Sparta plus 120. FCSB plus 210. Draw plus 210. I'm going to go with Sparta plus 120. Don't feel great about it going. Last but not least, 245. They're tied on aggregate. Rangers and Dynamo Kyiv. Rangers plus 105. Dynamo Kyiv plus 220. Draw plus 240. I'm going with Rangers at plus 105. And now we have a club friendly at noon today between Bayern and Swarovski Tirol. We also have a Conference League qualifying too, which is interesting. So Bayern is minus 1,500. Swarovski is 15-1. The draw is 10-1. I'm going to go over 4.5 goals at even money. That was ESPN bet that had the odds. Now the Carabao Cup. We have a lot today for first round matches. So at 2:30 today, we have Stockport and Blackburn. Trying to find the Carabao Cup. Here we go. Blackburn minus 210, Stockport plus 440, draw plus 340. Stockport's gonna win. I'm gonna go under 2.5 goals plus 122. Leyton Orient and Newport. Leyton minus 230, Newport plus 550, draw plus 320. We'll go with the draw plus 320. None of these teams are playing well. Carlisle and Stoke. Stoke minus 190. Carlisle plus 460. The draw is 3-1. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals minus 102. 245 Bolton Mansfield. I even can't. Here we go. Bolton minus 145, Mansfield plus 330, draw plus 280. I think Mansfield can win. I'm going to take a big underdog and throw a curveball here. I'm going to take Mansfield to win outright at plus 330. They're playing good heading into this one. Walsall and Exeter. Walsall plus 185, Exeter plus 125. Draw is plus 230. I'm going to go with Exeter plus 125. Tranmere and Accrington. There's so many 2:45 start times. Tranmere minus 105, Accrington plus 240, draw plus 250. I'm going to go with Tranmere at minus 105. Swansea and Gillingham. Swansea minus 195. Gillingham plus 450. The draw is 3-1. We'll go with the draw at 3-1. I think that's an interesting draw. Shrewsbury and Notts County. Shrewsbury plus 105. Notts plus 210. Draw plus 240. We'll go with the draw plus 240. Salford City and Doncaster. Doncaster even money. Salford plus 220. Draw plus 250. We'll go with Doncaster even money. Don't feel great about it, though. Rotherham and Crewe. Rotherham minus 175. Crewe plus 390. Draw plus 310. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 310. Preston and Sunderland. Preston plus 135, Sunderland plus 185, draw plus 210. I'm going to go with the draw plus 210. Portsmouth and Millwall. Portsmouth plus 180, Millwall plus 135, draw plus 210. I'm going Millwall plus 135. They're playing good. Oxford United and Peterborough. Oxford plus 115, Peterborough plus 195, draw plus 240. I'm going to go with Oxford plus 115. Norwich City and Stevenage. Norwich minus 170, Stevenage plus 410, draw plus 280. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals minus 112. Northampton and Wycombe. Northampton plus 190, Wycombe plus 130, draw plus 220. I'm going to go with Wycombe plus 130. Lincoln City and Harrogate. For some reason, I can't find this one. Here we go. Lincoln minus 240, Harrogate plus 550, draw plus 330. Lincoln should win this one going away. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals minus weight. Huddersfield and Morecambe. Huddersfield minus 270, Morecambe plus 550, draw plus 350. For this one, it's going to be under 2.5 goals plus 112. Fleetwood Town and West Brom. West Brom minus 120, Fleetwood plus 310, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw plus 230. Derby and Chesterfield. Can't find this one either. There it is. Derby minus 195. Chesterfield plus 470. Draw 3-1. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals plus 110. Crawley Town and Swindon Town. Crawley Town is even money. Swindon plus 230. Draw plus 250. I'm going to go Crawley Town at even money. Next up, Colchester and Reading. Colchester plus 20, Reading even money, draw plus 240, going with Reading at even money. Charlton and Birmingham. Birmingham even money, Charlton plus 230, draw plus 240. I'm going with... We'll go with Birmingham even money, but I don't feel good about it. Cardiff and Bristol Rivers. Cardiff minus 125. Bristol Rivers 3-1. The draw's plus 240 or plus 250. I think this could be a draw. I'm going to go plus 250. Cambridge and QPR. QPR minus 135. Cambridge plus 310. Draw plus 270. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals minus 102. Burton, Albion, and Blackpool. Blackpool minus 3, Burton 3-1, draw plus 270. For this one, I'm going to do under 2.5 goals minus 112. Next up, we have Bromley Wimbledon. I can't find this one either. Bromley plus 170, Wimbledon plus 135, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with a little upset here. I'm going to go with Bromley plus 170. Bristol City Coventry. Bristol City plus 130, Coventry plus 170, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with Bristol City plus 135, but I don't feel good about it. Wigan and Barnsley. Wigan plus 145, Barnsley plus 165, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with Wigan plus 145. Barrow and Port Vale. Barrow plus 150, Port Vale plus 160, draw plus 230. Those are very close. I'm going to go with the draw plus 230. And last but not least, 3 o'clock, you have Sheffield United and Wrexham. Sheffield minus 150, Wrexham plus 320, draw plus 310. I want to take the draw, but Sheffield is more talented, so I'm going to go over 3.5 goals instead at plus 116. All right, now we'll do the portfolio. I know that was a long time doing soccer. We just had a lot of Carabao Cup. So the portfolio, it's just going to be interesting with the portfolio. I'm actually going to lay a 20th of a unit on the pick that I'm going to give out. Football season is upon us. And sometimes I like to throw long shots on some things. And I like to look at the board. And the one I like to do is the Heisman. There's a quarterback sitting there that is in a big-time conference that I could see putting it all together this year finally. In the ACC, he's 50-1. I'm not saying this is my pick to win it, but I just like the number. Cade Klubnik of Clemson is 50-1. So I'm going to lay a 20th of a unit on Cade Klubnik to win the Heisman at 50-1. All right, to the news and notes. We have some things to talk about. I forgot to bring this up on news and notes last week or even yesterday. After it was reported that he was going to decline Donald Trump accepted the agreement to do the ABC debate with Kamala Harris. I think Trump did the right thing here. I really think he should debate her. I just want to see those two debate in general. I know, I'll tell you this, Kamala Harris will do a much better job than Joe Biden, that's for sure. But I think Trump's better be ready for this. As bad as Joe Biden was in that debate back in June, I don't think Trump was amazing. Biden made him look amazing compared to how bad Biden was. And that's what trickled all the conversation about Biden stepping down. So that debate's supposed to be September 10th. And I think that is a Wednesday. No, it's a Tuesday. Which is literally the day after Monday Night Football. So that's going to be a loaded couple of days on the podcast because we have the season opener on the 5th. We have the Brazil game on the 6th. The 9th, we have, of course, recapping all the Monday Night, previewing Monday Night Football, recapping the weekend, and then Tuesday the 10th, the debate. So we have a very, very fascinating beginning to September coming up. So September 10th is going to be the ABC debate between Trump and Kamala Harris. So that's going to be interesting. So it was reported by Shams that the opening night schedule, what it is. So the Celtics will be getting their rings in their first game, and they'll be hosting the New York Knicks. That's right. That's exciting. We talked about the Christmas schedule being leaked on yesterday's show, and now here today, we are talking about opening night. So Knicks at Celtics in the second game. T-Wolves at Lakers. The Lakers continue to get favoritism from the higher-ups. I personally think that later game should be something else. That shouldn't be the Lakers. It should be, honestly, Dallas at Denver. I think people forgot that the Nuggets won the NBA championship last year. Like last calendar year. So, I think that the Denver Nuggets got snubbed here. Or it should be Minnesota at Denver. Either Minnesota or Dallas at Denver. Should be the late night matchup. Not the freaking Lakers who get favoritism year in and year out. And let's face it, they're the Yankees and the Cowboys of that sport. They're always going to get the TV games regardless. And there are other games leaked. Klay Thompson's return to Golden State's a TNT game on November 12th. That's a Tuesday. So TNT will be Tuesdays earlier in the year because obviously football. They don't want to overlap with that. NBA Finals rematches. Celtics Mavs January 25th in Dallas. That's going to be Saturday on ABC probably. And February 6th in Boston, which is the day of the trade deadline. And that'll probably be on TNT. And the Clippers are slated to open their new Intuit Dome on October 23rd against the Suns. That's going to be on ESPN. And the other ESPN game, I think, is Bucks Sixers. So, a couple of NBA scheduling stuff that dropped from Shams. And then today, the NBA Cup schedule is going to come out. So the in-season tournament, that schedule will come out. The groups got unveiled while I was on my hiatus. We'll talk about that maybe on tomorrow's show. I'm going to see when is the full NBA schedule release date. It'll be between Friday and a week from today. So it'll probably come out, I'm going to say it'll come out on Monday the 19th. So some other news and notes. Malik Neighbors, the Giants' rookie wide receiver, suffered an ankle injury, but it's not serious according to Brian Daboll, which is good. Jahmyr Gibbs suffered a hamstring injury in practice. That's not great for the trade. Bengals first round pick Amarius Mims out several weeks with a strained pec, so that's not great. There was a Brady signature on an Eli uniform. That's interesting. Those two guys, I think, are friends now that they're both retired. I know Peyton is close with Tom Brady, but I wouldn't be shocked if Eli is too. So, Dolphins linebacker Jalen Phillips off the PUP as he can officially practice after tearing his Achilles 9 months ago. So that's awesome. If he's back for the start of the season for Miami, that's a huge win. No surgery for Hollywood Brown as his shoulder joint was corrected, but week 1 status still to be determined. I don't like this comment by Carmelo Anthony. He said he wouldn't trade his Olympic gold medals for an NBA title. I can't believe he said that. I know gold medals mean a lot to players, but I know how bad Carmelo Anthony wanted to win that NBA title. I'm shocked he said that. There's an ad with Will Levis' Mayo Cologne. Yikes. That sounds gross. So the Rays are calling up number 2 overall prospect Junior Caminero today, so that's exciting for them. How about Victor Robles getting a contract extension with the Mariners? 2 years, $19.5 million. How about this? The Dodgers designated Ahmed Rosario for assignment after getting him in a trade 2 weeks ago. Yikes. And here we were sitting here on the podcast praising that trade for the Dodgers. Somebody's going to pick him up. Another prospect getting called up, Cardinals, Jordan Walker. He's returning to the big league club. A college basketball for women's. Jessica Fields, who's the sister of Justin Fields, she picked Michigan. So that's crazy. The Jazz gave Kyle Filipowski $12 million as they signed him to a 4-year deal. Austin Matthews to replace John Tavares as Leafs captain on Wednesday. This was overdue. I think they gave Tavares the captaincy originally because he was that big free agent pickup. But Austin Matthews is a franchise player. John Tavares isn't really a franchise player anymore. A good comparison for him is what Giancarlo Stanton is on the Yankees. Still a very good player, but not a franchise player like he used to be on his old team. But yeah, Austin Matthews deserves the captaincy for the Maple Leafs. That was overdue. So there's a case going on with Jordan Childs of USA Gymnastics as they shared that the CAS won't consider new evidence. So yeah, this is interesting as they won't reconsider Jordan Childs' bronze medal due to rules. USA Gymnastics was notified by the Court of Arbitration for Sport CAS on Monday that their rules do not allow for an arbitral award to be reconsidered when conclusive new evidence is presented. We are deeply disappointed by the notification. We'll continue to pursue every possible avenue in the appeal process, including to the Swiss Federal tribunal to ensure the just scoring placement and medal award for Jordan. So that's crazy. All right, the AP poll is out for college football. I've been doing a lot of my work and such to prepare for the season. So here we go. Number one's Georgia. 46 first place votes. Over 1,500 points. Ohio State is second. 15 points for first and just under 1,500 points altogether. Third is Oregon. They have one first place vote. I'm impressed with this Oregon team. I did Big Ten research the other day. This Oregon team is going to be good. Fourth, Texas. Fifth is Alabama. I think that's too high. Sixth is Ole Miss. Seventh, Notre Dame. Eighth, Penn State. Ninth is Michigan. 10th, Florida State. I think those teams are too low. Missouri's 11th. Utah's 12. LSU's 13. Clemson's 14. I think you could argue that's too low. Tennessee's 15. 16th, Oklahoma. 17th, Oklahoma State. 18th is Kansas State. I think that's a little too high. 19 is Miami. I think that's too low. 20th is Texas A&M. 21 is Arizona, which I'm surprised to see them that high. Kansas is 22. They should be higher. 23 is USC. That's, of course, favoritism towards a big-time school. They're like the Yankees, Lakers, Duke, arguably, of the sport. But everyone's going to say, oh, well, that's Alabama. I mean, it is them too, but, like, USC is kind of like the West Coast version of that from a media standpoint. NC State's 24 and Iowa's 25. Others getting votes: Louisville, Virginia Tech, Boise State, SMU, Iowa State, Liberty, Washington, West Virginia, Memphis, Nebraska, Wisconsin, UTSA, Tulane, Appalachian State, Kentucky, Auburn, Colorado. West Virginia is kind of interesting in the Big 12. I was looking through some research and stuff, but like West Virginia was good last year. Didn't they win 8 games last year, if I'm not mistaken? They're not going to be bad. And I don't think that Memphis is going to be bad at all either. I think Memphis is going to be really good as well. So they won 9 games, including their bowl game against North Carolina. So they went 8-4 last year, West Virginia. Iowa State's interesting, too, in the Big 12. So, those two teams are interesting. I think Louisville is getting a little too much respect from the vote standpoint. I haven't gotten to the Mountain West yet, but Boise's always a hype team. So, college football almost back. Should be a lot of fun. Red Sox outfielder Jared Duran got suspended 2 games after directing an anti-gay slur at a fan. This suspension was deserved, in my opinion. Nesson caught the on the mic with Duran, and it's just disgusting what he said. So he deserved that suspension. I thought it was going to be a fine and a suspension. But yeah, 2-game suspension's fine. But I think they're going to suspend him for that long. But, 2 games. Hassan Reddick requested a trade from the Jets as he wants out amid contract dispute. And then Joe Douglas came out and said that they're not going to trade him. The Falcons are hosting Justin Simmons amid safety injuries. I like that. Justin Simmons has to be signed by somebody. And then when I was sitting here talking about the others receiving votes, Colorado got a vote for a top 25 team. Who voted for that? Deion Sanders' family member or something? Come on. Hugh Freeze thinks that he should have more wins than Nick Saban. That's crazy. I think that's the most absurd comment that I've heard someone say in a while. Like, Nick Saban is the GOAT of that sport. And that won't change for a very long time. That's how great Nick is. So there you have it for the news and notes. And now my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. So I'm going to lay a 50th of a unit. I like to play in the Carabao Cup. And I am going to go with Crawley Town at even money against Swindon. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and looking ahead to everything tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to start the player rankings for the NFL, so that's exciting. So I hope you guys have a great day, everyone.